Welcome to Talk Law Radio with attorney Todd Marquardt of the Marquardt Law Firm at marquardtlawfirm.com.
Welcome to Talk Law Radio. I'm Todd Marquardt with Shannon Roberta Salmon Haas, San Antonio, and Erin Garcia. We're going to be talking about Thru Project and foster kids. But now it's time to help you discover your legal issue blind spots by listening to me talk about the law on the radio. Shannon, how are you today?
Thanks for asking. That's so nice. I'd rather hear how you're doing because I know you've been beefing up your knowledge. You've been at CLE. It's just constant,
yes,
right?
I'm in an undisclosed bunker learning asset protection and law for the betterment of my clients and society.
Yeah.
Erin Garcia with Thru Project. Are you the managing program director, or what is your title?
Yeah, I'm the programs manager for Thru Project. So I help oversee the staff and all of our programs that we offer to our participants.
Okay, well, Thru Project is something that Shannon likes to talk about, so I already know about something about it, but we want the audience to know, and we want them to know about your upcoming gala. Is it a gala?
Yes, on Saturday, September 27th.
And can people still buy tickets?
Yes, so you can buy individual tickets to our gala. If you go to our website, thruproject.org, you're able to find our gala link, and then from there, it kind of directs you to buying tickets. If you want to be a sponsor, you want to purchase a table, we still got plenty of options available for anybody interested.
Okay, well, before we offer those tickets, let's find out a little bit more information about you and about Thru Project as an organization. And then we'll ask Shannon why she's so passionate about foster children. But first, Erin Garcia, please tell us about your education background and how you got into this.
Yeah, so of course, like it's been mentioned, my name is Erin Garcia. I'm originally from the Houston, Galveston area, but I went to Texas A&M in College Station. I graduated in 2017 with a degree in sociology. So I always knew I wanted to work with people, help people in any way possible, specifically children. I've just always been passionate about children and just letting them know that they're seen and heard. I feel like a lot of times people are just like, oh, you're just a kid. It doesn't matter what you think or what's going on. We're going to tell you what to do. But I don't know. I just find like kids are a very vulnerable population and they have a voice. Let's hear from them. And so I was always working with younger kids, though. After graduating from school, I worked in early childhood education. So very passionate about just getting kids learning, adapting to their environment at a very young age. And so I did that for some time on top of working in after school programs, out of school time programs. So I was always with younger children in general, but it was this teenagers and the young adults was that one kind of population I wanted to break into. And so I had always heard about Thru Project. One of my really good friends from Texas A&M, she worked at Thru Project for some time, part of our development team. And so even before I moved to San Antonio, I had come to a gala, I had come to events, I would hear about it from her. And so just with the timing of my life, back in 2022, I was leaving Austin, was looking for a new opportunity, somewhere different, but not too different. San Antonio's not too far away from Austin. And a position became available there at Thru Project at the time. And again, I always wanted to work with an older youth, young adults. And so it really just became a good opportunity to step in. And so that was back in 2022. I think even the day of our gala is going to be my 3-year anniversary with Thru Project. And Started off as helping out one of our newer housing programs and really helped to build all the clients that we have that are participating in that now. Helped out with a mentorship program. So I've been dabbling in all of our programs that we have for our participants. And so this past year, I became the programs manager. I've been able to help out even more. So yeah, just a brief backstory about me and my time at Thru Project.
Yeah, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want to ask you some questions, Shannon, about your work on Instagram, healing the community. Besides what you're doing for Thru Project, tell everyone why they should follow you on Instagram.
Well, I have a goal. I feel like social media is sometimes pretty fake and everybody puts their best face forward. So that's not a bad thing, but it leaves people feeling like, oh, I'm missing out or everybody's better than me. So I have this personal thing that I'm trying to do. I don't know if I'm pulling it off or not, but I want people that come into my digital space to know they're loved, to know they're cared about. I mean, you don't know where the internet could take your things that you put out there. I don't know who's going to be scrolling through that. Maybe they're having a bad day. So I just want to say, I love you. I encourage you. Have a great day. Because that's what I had poured into me, was love and support. So I apologize that my stuff is a little cringe sometimes, but if I never give anyone FOMO, and if they get a little chuckle, then I know my social media, my presence has accomplished my goal.
Good. Yeah. You're a lot of fun to watch on Instagram because you introduce your audience to new places, new things, new foods, new outfits. And even though I'm never going to wear one of the outfits that you wear, it's still fun to see what you're trying out.
Thank you. What a nice thing to say. Tell us, can we hear about Todd's Tacos?
Yes, recently made a new Todd's Tacos. The taco of that day was Dove Tacos. I had an opportunity last week to hunt dove with a bunch of guys and was successful in harvesting some doves, which is necessary to control the dove population. And I got a recipe, a way of cooking them from one of the guys that I was hunting with. His name's Joseph. You'll have to watch the video in order to find out how exactly I did it and the mistakes that I made. All you have to do is search for me on Facebook, Todd Marquardt, and Instagram, Todd A. Marquardt, M as in mother, ARQUAR, D as in David, T as in Timothy, and you'll get to see those videos.
They're so fun.
Before we move on, I want to ask about the history of Thru Project as an organization, and then we'll take a short commercial break. We'll talk a little bit about the law of foster children, and then we'll get into the detailed programs that Thru Project has. So first, let's hear the history of Thru Project.
Yeah, Shannon, I don't mind taking this on. But yeah, so Thru Project started back in 2011 from our co-founders, Elaine Hartle and Steve O'Donnell. So Elaine Hartle lives here in San Antonio, and she was a foster mom to an older teenage boy. And so, of course, she was going to support him as he was going to be turning 18 and going to be aging out. But she realized that there wasn't many community support programs or anything really they're out for these young adults as they're aging out of care. You know, they turn 18 and they're just kind of left to their own devices. Okay, you're an adult, figure it out. And that's just not really doable at that age, really, for anybody without that kind of support. So she, wanted to start something up to support these young adults. And that's how she got introduced to our other co-founder, Steve O'Donnell. So his experience is a little bit different in that he grew up in foster care. So he grew up in foster care in New York State. And he shared recently with us too that he was fortunate enough to stay with the same family during that entire time, which at least provided that stability and gave that extra support. But he saw many other, foster kids coming in and out of the home and saw that their experiences were much different than his. And so one of his foster sisters, did age out of care, didn't go to school, got pregnant at a very young age, and then unfortunately did turn to substance use and sex work to be able to kind of get by. And because of that, she passed at a very young age. And so he always knew that he wanted it to be his legacy to support these young adults that, might be having the same experiences as his foster sister. So between the two of them, they're already very successful business people here in San Antonio. And so they were able to, come together with this idea, with the funding to start something up. And so it all started off as a mentorship program. They just saw, if we're able to provide at least one supportive adult to one of these young adults aging out, that can be the biggest difference for them. And we really seen that come to play with so many of our young adults. They have that person that they can go to for advice, for, support, to learn something, just somebody really for them to talk to and listen to them as they're kind of going through this transition in life and being on their own. And through that support, through that mentorship program, we've been able to provide many other programs to these young adults and kind of bridge those gaps that are keeping them from reaching their fullest potential.
Terrific summary of the Thru Project history. We have to take a break. When we come back, I'll be talking about some of the law of foster children, and hopefully Shannon will help me as well. So don't go away. Stay tuned.
This has been Talk Law Radio with attorney Todd Marquardt, brought to you by the Marquardt Law Firm. You can learn more at marquardtlawfirm.com. And be sure to listen to the full Talk Law Radio show Saturday mornings at 11 on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
Most families don't realize they have hidden legal blind spots until it's too late. Wills, trusts, Medicaid planning, even protecting a business. These are the kinds of issues attorney Todd Marquardt helps uncover before they become problems. Todd is the host of Talk Law Radio, where each week he guides listeners through the legal challenges families, veterans, and business owners face, while showing them the practical steps to protect what matters most. Catch Talk Law Radio, Saturdays at 11 a.m. on 9:30 a.m. The Answer, 6:30 a.m. The Word, and now in Houston on AM 1070 and 103.3 FM The Answer, or anytime on YouTube. Planning isn't just about documents. It's about peace of mind, security for loved ones, and building a legacy that lasts. Don't wait for a crisis. Do it before you die.